understood solid and Mercury, right? Solids or Prithvi Tattva and Mercury. Now we will understand, I'm sorry I'm holding you from lunch, but I have to finish Saturn before I go at least. Sin, sorrow, strife and Saturn. They all come together, the snakes. Right? Snake. So sin, sorrow, strife, Saturn. Keep that in mind. Capricorn or Makara is his own sign and labor is his forte. He gets great pleasure out of making everybody labor. We all have to labor. We have to. None of us in this world can be free from labor unless we are mentally free from it. Okay? If Cancer is the natural house of happiness, this must be sorrow, is it not? Okay. Now Aquarius, this is Mula Trikona, his payment plan for you. Right? So you say, I work for $200. Saturn says no, 20. He says, no, why this thing? So I tell you what, you take 20 plus you take insurance worth 40 plus you take hospital this thing plus 50 plus you take child cover for 40 and this thing, and he convinces you that you take that. So he gives you what is called package for 200, of which actually you get only 20. Right? Does that not happen to you all? All of you have that, does it not? You have a so-called income which is packaged, and what you get is much less than that. That is why Rahu is the co-lord of Aquarius. He is the one who tells Saturn, don't pay them fully, package it. That is the first trika. He is asking, see, that is how Rahu does it. Otherwise Saturn would have paid you. You work 200, take 200, get lost. I don't care. It is Rahu which caused Saturn to package your money into different things that you will have to buy, whether you like it or not. You have to buy insurance. You don't buy health insurance in this country, you had it. Same way, there are so many things you have to do with your money. So is that really income? You think it is income. You are being fooled that it is income. It is not income. It was not given in your hand. You know one day you will die. Who will look after your kids? Well, the one who gave birth to him will take care of it. No, you need to have insurance. Well, how come they didn't have insurance 500 years back? How come they need so much insurance now? Rahu is increasing more and more. They are packaging your salary better. A day will come when finally in the end of the month they will give you $1 and you will keep it as a token that you received the salary. The rest will all be packaged everywhere. So you see, these 10th and 11th are called Aya or income. You know this? Aya has to do with income. See that? You don't get income without work. Income is related to work. So 10th and 11th houses both have to do with income simultaneously. You cannot think of only 11th house in terms of income. 10th house really tells you from where you will get income. What do you need to work on? Somebody will tell Sanjay, you need to write a book. Why? What do I get by writing the book? You will get income. How do I get the income by writing a book? I am writing a book, you are publishing it. How am I getting the income? It will be sold, other people will give me the money. Give you the money, you will give me a share of the money. That is how I get the income. Is it not? So writing the book is not giving me the money, but I need to write the book to get the money. So it is a linked process. 10th and 11th are linked processes. I cannot ignore 10th and say I will have 11th. Okay? So 10th house is as important for income as 11th is. In fact, 10th is more important for income than 11th. Without 10th, to dream of 11th can only be by cheating or some wrong means. See, 11th house has two lords. One is Saturn and one is Rahu. Saturn will only pay you what you work for. He will not give you $1 more than what you work for. So, the Saturn part is related to 10th house. So, how can you have more than what you have worked for? It can only come from Rahu. What is that trying to tell you? Do not take more than what you worked for. Never ever take more than what you have worked for. When you do that, that money is coming from Rahu. Don't take it. Because you cannot digest it. That money you cannot digest. So don't take it. So that is Aya, income. Gains, if you can call it. Right? And I put this whole thing together. What does it become? Upachaya. So I am breaking Upachaya into U, sustenance. You remember U is from O? Sustenance, it is related to sustenance. And Pacha, digesting, and Aya, income. So now you will know what is the real meaning of Upachaya. The hidden things inside it, right? It all has to do with sustenance. So now which are the Upachaya houses?
3, 6, 9, and
3, 6, 10 and 11.
Why do they say planets' significations increase with time when they're in the Upachaya houses?
Who said so?
I don't know, that's what they say. It's one of those misconceptions that I've
The things grow that even if you have problems that you overcome the problems by improving yourself.
That's in a lot of books.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. My father has 4 planets in the 6th house. I don't think he's improved. So let's not talk about it.
I have no hope.
I have Mercury in the 6th house. I can be quite incorrigible in Mercury matters. You know that. It's 6th house. It's still there. I have to learn to remove Mercury from 6th house. Improvement, doctors, when we remove a problem, we overcome a weakness. If the weakness continues to be there, how can we overcome it? We can grow. We shall talk about growth later. But the basic point I want you to understand is which are the Upachaya houses? These two. But then there is an exaltation of Saturn, which is the 7th house. What is his exaltation in the 7th house? It is called his industrial exaltation. Where hundreds of people shall be slaved in a little building they shall call an industry. Or Shreni. In the Sanskrit the word is called Shreni. Industry. Have you heard of the word industry? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was an industrial revolution of the Europe, right? And America had a big industrial revolution. Mm-hmm. What happened in the industrial revolution? One guy became exalted Saturn. Mm-hmm. And the remaining were the slaves. Mm-hmm. Is it the truth or not?
Yeah.
Right, so that's industrial revolution. That is Saturn in Libra. That is why he has Digbala, the directional strength, power to pull in his direction. Come. Put some news around you and things you. There's no way you can run, no matter what. So that's his directional strength also. Keep that in mind. His exaltation is there, that's his directional strength. How do you get out of an Upachaya? The 3, 6, 10 and 11 are Upachayas, houses of growth, right? How do you get out of it? How can you get out of this cycle of growth? By becoming a businessman. Yeah, then you make others compete and you are having fun. Big industrialist, the bigger you become, the more Saturn you get. You cannot become a big industrialist without the help of Saturn. You observe the chart of all top industrialists. Saturn has to be there. All topmost businessmen. Saturn has to be like this. Try to understand Saturn. How can you employ people without the help of Saturn? Okay? So, you want me to break for lunch and come at 2? Would that be right? How do you want to do it?
Yeah, I think is the rice ready?
I'll check.
60 and okay, so we can see the next slide slowly till then, because I have very little time today and I have to